BBC Hooniverse.
Hello, and welcome back to a brand new video, and welcome to my brand new setup. Not really a setup, but it's my stand-up set. This is where I film all my stand-up videos, from the one that I do, the one that Albert Farmer does, and one DCI commanded. And I've filmed it here before, but I thought, let's try out this new setup, and because I want to sort of shake up things. As you know, I make different types of shows on here, so I thought, well, we've done a lot sat there, and we've done a lot at that angle, we've done a lot sat there, and we've done a lot stood up there, and a lot stuck there in the 10 years and 10 months, according to LinkedIn. I've been doing YouTube. We've done a lot of the standing, we've done a lot of the sittings, and we've done a lot of this, that, the other. And I've also done the Doctor Who fan series. I've done all this, that, the other. So, because I've done a lot, I thought, well, I'm going to keep on doing these discussion videos, discussion films, as well as all my acting stuff, and all my puppetry stuff, and all this, that, the other. So I might as well try out this. Now, your first thought, as always, when you see this microphone, is always this. Because that's what you see what stars, musicians do. And that's what everyone wants to do when they see a microphone with a circular stand. But that isn't what we're talking about today. Today's topic of choice is really purely on the basis of something I was just talking about to someone earlier. And it's the passion that Doctor Who... Right, I'm going to do this, right, ready? Doctor Who is for everyone. Yes, it's for everyone. So, let's just go through some of the reasons why Doctor Who is for everyone. Well, so let's start off with the obvious. We've got the TV show, the main show, Doctor Who. Yeah, right, started out for kids, and then went to family. So, Mark 1, you've already got a family audience for Doctor Who. So that's one catered audience, the family. Yeah, that is an audience type, by the way. The reason why that is an audience type is because families come in all different shapes and sizes, and individuals will have their own preferences elsewhere, but as a family, you might all like one thing. So you can have a family audience. Like, these are family friendly, so that anyone can watch my stuff across the internet. And then if you look further down... Sorry, I tried to put that nose. If you look at it closer. So, when I was younger, CBBC, you had the Sarah Jane Adventures. That was aimed at young kids. But, again, a family audience could enjoy them, and older fans could enjoy it, because it was a character they knew. But the target audience was for children. It's a CBBC age, which I think, if I'm not mistaken, is about 8 or 7. It must be about 7-ish to about 15, 16, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Then you have, for the older kids at that time, for BBC 3, which was probably, I don't know, 16, 25, roughly, you had Torchwood. And in 2016, for that same audience, you had Glass. Now, at the same time as Sarah Jane Adventures, even though it's not technically a canon spin-off, you had K9. K9 and Company, technically still the family audience, but I'm not really too sure on that one, per se. So, let's go back to... I'm going to stop saying so. Let's go back to it. So, we've got Torchwood being for the BBC 3 audience, Class being for the BBC 3 audience, K9 being for a family audience, but technically a kids audience because it was on, must have been on the main Channel 5 stuff, like Milkshake-esque. You've got Sarah Jane Adventures, which are aimed at kids. And you've got your family audience for the main TV show. Then, to bounce on all of this, you have some other honourable mentions. You have the upcoming CBeebies show. So, it showcases for a younger audience, but fans are going to watch it anyway. And you have, so that is for your main audience type, so watch TV. Audio description is there. So this next bit will make sense, the reason why I mentioned audio description, because that means that everyone can watch it. Now, when it comes to the Big Finish audio dramas, they're accessible for everyone in even more ways. So the people that require audio description can now immerse themselves in the world of Doctor Who, in this world that's designed for their ears. So for blind Whovians or visually impaired Whovians or people that need audio description in general, they can enjoy this version of Doctor Who because it's not aimed at them specifically, but it's a useful way for them to engage with the world of Doctor Who in a lot more depth than I think the audio description would give. Bearing in mind, I've only ever heard the opening to Doctor Who Unleashed with a bit of audio description because I was curious to try and find the fella that does the sound that you hear at the beginning. So you sort of have that sort of list and sort of rotation where audio for that version works so well for even larger audience, and the magazines work really well for everyone in a sense of, well, apart from the people who struggle to read, but they just work really well for, I would say, sort of, I know you can talk to a sign language and it'll work, but it's sort of, if you read the comic or you read the magazine and you're hard of hearing or deaf or whatever, that restricts you to listen to the audios, you sort of get the same, you get like a very similar experience with the world of the reading, because I know that the audios aren't as accessible for that version of the audience. But what I'm trying to say is that Doctor Who represents everyone. Doctor Who is there for the fans, for every type of fan. And you look at it and go, well, look at all the Doctors. No matter who you are, the Doctor and their ethos is anyone can be the Doctor. Look, we've had Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor, we've had Jodie Whittaker as the Doctor, we've had John Martin as the Doctor, well, fugitive Doctor, but still the Doctor, we've had John Hurt as the Doctor, we've had Sacha Dhawan as the Master. You've got these sort of archetype characters, and you're like, anyone can be the Doctor. James Bond is a spy, and you have to have a particular set of skills to be that. The Doctor is an alien, but the point of the Doctor is this. It's not about the alien side of it. It's not about the gadgets. It's not about the saving the world with the TARDIS. It's not about time travel. It's about the violence and evil can always be stopped with not as much violence as it needs. And you sort of have to take every one with a pinch of salt. You may look on the outside and say, that person's evil. But if you get to know them, they might not be that evil. They might not be evil. They might not be horrible. They might be really nice. And you sort of sense that's the Doctor. The Doctor's all about passion. The Doctor says, I don't care who, what, or where you are. They'll be there to save you. And it's all about anyone can be the Doctor. Anyone can aspire to be a good person that saves the day. So I can probably find a few actual real-life medical doctors that are probably fans of Doctor Who, right? That wanted to be medical doctors because they wanted to have that same feeling and wanted to have that same passion as the Doctor. I know a lot of filmmakers and a lot of documentarians have all gone into this world because of the way Doctor Who was made, but as a character, a lot of people take it to heart, and that is what's beautiful about it, is that you can see the love for Doctor Who, And it's like fans creating Big Finish. Fans were helped to like raise enough in a sense of profile for the Bully Ray Boxers to be half where they are now. And it's like, we care, but it's big out because the show tries to care for us and cares for everyone. And so, on that heartfelt note, bye-bye. What do you think of this new set? Let me know. Don't forget to subscribe to the official Tom Mason YouTube channel